Marcus Rashford started for the England national team against the Democratic Republic of Congo in the round of 32 at the 2026 World Cup. He walked out at the Atlanta Stadium as a starter, handed the responsibility of leading England's attack on the left side by manager Thomas Tuchel, and what followed was one of the most talked about individual performances of the tournament so far, not because it was brilliant, but because it became the center of an enormous debate about his future at both club and international level. Rashford endured a rather frustrating evening after being trusted by Thomas Tuchel to start on the left side of the England attack. From the very first whistle at the Atlanta Stadium, Rashford and the England backline looked nervous. His performance even began with a simple miss that went out of play, reflecting a poor start for the Three Lions squad. The tension in the stadium was palpable, and within minutes, England's worst fears were realised. The situation became even more difficult for England after they were stunned by an early Congo goal in the 7th minute, which capitalised on a lapse in their defensive coordination. England were behind, nervous, and struggling to create anything meaningful in the final third. Right here, before we go any further into this story, if you follow Manchester United and want every single development covered before anywhere else, United Flow is your channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Rashford can rediscover his best form? We read every single comment. Now, back to the story. Despite the heavy start to the match, Rashford gradually tried to bounce back and contribute to quick counter-attacking moves. His best moment came from brilliant work by Noni Madueke on the right wing, who then delivered a pinpoint cross to the far post. An unmarked Rashford met the ball cleanly with a well-directed shot, but the goal was dramatically denied by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who made a heroic goal-line clearance to clear the ball right off Congo's line. It was the closest Rashford came to a defining moment in this match, and it summed up his evening effort, movement, but no end product. As the second half got underway, Rashford had another golden opportunity to level the score through a swift counter-attack, but his final effort drifted wide of the post. With his performance deemed less than clinical and the England attack repeatedly hitting a brick wall, Tuchel finally decided to take Rashford off in the 60th minute to be replaced by Anthony Gordon. Rashford had played for 61 minutes in the Three Lions frontline before eventually being replaced by Anthony Gordon. This decision proved spot on, as Gordon's introduction immediately changed the dynamic of the game and provided two crucial assists for the two winning goals scored by Harry Kane. England turned the tie around. Gordon's impact was immediate and decisive, and it only amplified the questions swirling around Rashford's place in this England squad going forward. After the match was over, Anthony Gordon gave a statement regarding the performance of his teammate Marcus Rashford. According to Gordon, Marcus had given his absolute everything from the very first minute amidst the high pressure of a knockout tie. He acknowledged that the opponent's disciplined defense in the first half had left the forwards somewhat isolated. Gordon was not deflecting or making excuses, he was presenting the context of what Rashford was working against from the opening whistle. Therefore, when the manager asked him to come onto the pitch, Gordon focused on exploiting the tiredness of the opposition backline, which had been thoroughly worn down from constantly tracking Marcus and Harry Kane. This is a significant detail. Gordon's two assists did not happen in a vacuum. They were built on the defensive work that Rashford and Kane had forced Congo's backline to do throughout the first 60 minutes. Whilst fully aware that competition for the left wing spot is incredibly fierce, Gordon emphasized that they always back each other up. He felt grateful that it was his turn to make an impact that day with an assist. However, he strongly believes that the next match could be the moment for Marcus to contribute to England, whether that be through an assist or by scoring a goal himself. But Gordon's statement went well beyond the 2026 World Cup match itself. He also shared details of a private conversation he had with Rashford during the Barcelona loan spell. Rashford gave him a deep insight into the inner workings of Barcelona, particularly regarding how brilliant the relationship between the players is and how strong the family spirit is inside the Catalan Giants dressing room. This was not just tactical chat, it was one professional helping another navigate a new environment at one of the biggest clubs in the world. Not only did he talk about the team atmosphere, but Rashford also helped Gordon settle in practically by sharing various tips about life in the city of Barcelona, including recommending comfortable places to live. At the end of his statement, Gordon openly praised his senior England teammate's character as someone who is incredibly kind, caring, and welcoming. Gordon concluded that Rashford is a wonderful bloke for being kind enough to pass on bits of important information that helped him out immensely. That level of public praise from a direct competitor for the same position carries real weight. Now, as it stands, that chapter in Barcelona is firmly closed. The Catalan Giants have reportedly no intention of making his move permanent this summer. The loan is done, the experiment is over, and Rashford is heading back to Manchester. On the other side of this, the Manchester United hierarchy has also completely ruled out any option of loaning Rashford out to another club again, given that he is still tied down to a long-term contract at Old Trafford until 2028 and has no interest in moving to a fellow Premier League club. The decision has been made full reintegration into Michael Carrick's squad. Rashford is scheduled to report straight to Carrington next month for pre-season training sessions ahead of the 2026-2027 season. His presence is highly expected to help lift the performance of the Red Devils, who will be competing in the Champions League once again. That is the reality. Rashford is walking into a club demanding results on four fronts, under a manager building something new. Gordon also made his view on that return abundantly clear. According to Gordon, Rashford's experience playing at the absolute highest level along with the new tactical dynamics at Old Trafford will help his teammate find his best goal-scoring form again. He believes that setbacks at club level as well as challenges with the national team will only serve to motivate Rashford to perform even better in the upcoming pre-season. Gordon did not frame any of this as sympathy, he framed it as belief. There is a meaningful difference between the two. Rashford returns to Carrington as a player who has played at the Nou Camp, appeared at the 2026 World Cup knockout stage, and is contracted to Manchester United until 2028. The noise around his future has been loud, but the facts are straightforward. He is a Manchester United player. Carrick wants him in pre-season, and both the club and one of his closest international teammates are publicly backing his ability to deliver in the season ahead. That is the full picture on Anthony Gordon's statement and everything it reveals about Marcus Rashford's situation heading into what could be one of the most defining seasons of his career. If this kind of detailed, no-nonsense Manchester United coverage is what you are looking for, then United Flow is built exactly for you. Every signing update, every dressing room story, every tactical development, we cover it all, and we cover it first. Subscribe right now, hit the like button on this video, and tell us in the comments, can Rashford silence every single critic under Carrick next season? This squad is rebuilding, the Champions League is back, and the stakes could not be higher. We will see you in the next one.